What's up? What's up, everybody? Okay, we're back. Back like we never left. To start it off again, we'll actually not start off the week because these are the Sunday games. And I started the week on Thursday, which I got wrong. But you know what? We're not going to dwell on the bad things, guys. We're not going to worry about the negativity. It is a new day and a new slate of games for us to pick through. And yes, I'm talking about the Sunday games for tomorrow. Now, these are my picks. These are what I'm going with. Let's have another good Sunday. Because you know, man, I go crazy on Sundays. Like that's when I get the majority of my stuff right. The primetime games, I don't know what's going on with me. I will get better with those. I haven't kept up with my record has been in those games, but I ain't gonna lie to you, it's pretty putrid. Yeah, because I can't remember the last Thursday night game I got right, and I definitely got both Monday night games wrong. It's like there was a doubleheader and I still got games wrong. We'll see, but here we are. First off, we got another early morning international game. Los Angeles Rams versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags have kind of made a name for themselves for playing overseas, so this will probably be a game where they got a lot of fans for them, honestly. But Rams are better. I know Puka's going to be out, but they've still got Matthew Stafford under center. So he's still going to be there leading the entire cause. And I'm not saying it's one of those offenses that you just plug and play a new receiver and he'll give you exactly the same Puka production. But if you were to make the comparisons or say something like that, I would understand what you're saying based off of Cooper Cup having that role and then Puka Nakua coming in to step it in basically seamlessly to the point where now people don't even talk about Cooper Cup that much anymore and forget that we're not that many years removed from him winning the Triple Crown. So it's like he still was a great receiver. I know he got hurt and he had a bunch of injuries that started slowing him down a little bit, but still, that wasn't that long ago. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, the Rams should be able to take care of Jacksonville over there. It'll be one of those games that probably hopefully it's better than last week's international game. That was like 10-11. So both of these teams have firepower to where they should be able to score. They should be able to give that crowd a good game to watch, and it should be pretty close. But I feel like the Rams will take it. Next, we got the Bears versus the Saints. I mean, I talk a lot of shit about the Saints. Say post Drew Brees, they haven't really been worth anything. So, and after the Bears the Bears, like I tell you, they've been up and down this season, but they've been having some good. They've been looking good. They've been in these games and have been trying, and I feel like this is a game that they should definitely be able to win. So it should add to their record and add to the legacy that they're trying to build and everything there in Chicago. So that'll be good to see. Next, we've got a game of two very, very terrible looking teams this year in Cleveland and Miami. Honestly, I don't know. This was kind of hard to pick, but I'm going to go. I went with Miami winning this game because I feel like they've got more talent there. Tua should be able to win against a team like this, even though the defense is the best thing that the Cleveland Browns have. So it will be a hard fought day for Tua, but he should still be able to make some magic happen with the weapons he has in his arsenal on the offensive side. And on the Cleveland Brown side, it's like I'm telling you, until they just start letting Shador get out there and figure, not like Shador's going to get out there and they're just going to start winning all their games. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but I just think that he's the best quarterback that they have to offer there for them. And the quicker that they allow the team to get comfortable with him and everything, they will be able to rack up more wins than they are currently scheduled to win or how it looks. Next, we got a division matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. My boy Patty is back in MVP form, so they're going to roll through the Raiders. I know that defense there has been good, and Pete Carroll's been having that team as a whole look better than people have expected. But and I do understand that they play the Chiefs very well. They definitely have. And in the history of them and also in the Mahomes era, I understand all of this. Patty's still gonna do what he needed to do tomorrow, so I ain't even gonna worry too much about that. Next, we have the Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings. This was a game that I know a bunch of people are probably wondering why I went the Vikings over the Eagles. I don't just necessarily believe the Eagles are, cooked after losing these last 2 weeks. That's not the reason why I did that. It's more about a little bit about Minnesota, what they've kind of been brewing and what they've got going there, but also it is a little bit about the Eagles and how the fact that I've rocked with them the last couple of weeks and they burned me, so I'm not gonna do that again because this is a team out of the last 3 weeks that I actually do believe could beat them. Like this is so it wouldn't surprise me if they did beat them, but it also wouldn't surprise me if Philly ends up winning and beating them as well too. So, but I am going out on a limb and I'm gonna pick Minnesota to win that game. Next, we've got the Jets versus the Panthers. I know the Panthers just beat us last week, but that still doesn't make me believe in them to do anything. Not like I just believe in the Jets to do too much either, but the Jets, like I said in week one, after seeing that game against Pittsburgh, I was like, there's talent there for them. And if they can get it together, they will win more games than people think they should win. But they haven't been able to do that yet. And also, I just kind of like Aaron Glenn, and I want him to do well there, and I want him to be able to keep his job and have like a lot of stuff to show that wait, we've got talent here. We just got to figure out some things here. And I think this is a team that they can definitely get one of those wins against and help that story, that narrative and that story for him. So I believe that they'll do that tomorrow against Carolina. Next, we've got the Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans. Keep saying it. I feel bad for my boy Cam Ward and them because it's just like, when are they going to be able to get that win that they need, and when is they going to be able to put it together? Because this is a team that people are sleeping on the Patriots. I'm not saying that they're a team that's about to win the AFC or win the championship, but the Patriots are better than people think. They will end up finishing better than people think. I definitely believe that they're going to get to the playoffs this year, whether that be a wild card. I was like, whether that be the wild card or whatever, they're not. I mean, or they mess around and win their division because at the end of the day, they did beat the Bills, and they are, if I'm not mistaken, leading their division in record wise. At least, like they've got more wins in the division than anyone else. Like even though the Bills still should have more wins than them overall, I believe. But do not sleep on the Patriots. We will come back to them probably in some weeks, I bet. Next, we've got the Broncos versus the Giants. I know everybody's feeling Dart and Scatterboo for what they've been able to do these last couple weeks, but they're going up against a really good defense in Denver. And, I mean, like Bo Nix or hate Bo Nix, he's able to put things together where that team is always in it because of that defense keeping them in it as well. And it's just going to be, I feel like it's going to be a hard game for Scatterboo and for Dart tomorrow. That they are definitely going to see the differences in elite defenses, like the defenses in the league, like the elite defenses, like you're a good defense, and the elite defenses in the league. They're going to definitely be able to start seeing the differences in that, and I think that's going to start for them tomorrow. So we'll see though. Next, we've got the Colts versus the Chargers. You guys know. Like I've been a fan of I've been a fan of the Chargers a lot this year, but also I've been a fan of the Colts this year. So this is one of those games that I kind of feel torn picking either or for, because shout out to the Irsay girls, shout out to Indiana Jones, what they've been doing in Indianapolis, but of course shout out to Hardball and Herbie Fully Loaded, of course, as well on the Chargers. Like I like people on both sides of this game, but I believe that the Chargers are better than the Indianapolis Colts as a team, even though the Colts are a really good team as well too. So this should be a hard fought battle, and if in the end the Colts end up winning, I won't be mad, of course, for a lot of reasons, but also I wouldn't be surprised. This is one of those games. I know I say that with a bunch of games and people are like, man, you are, but I say that with certain games, like not every single game. But this is one of the games that I wouldn't be completely surprised if Indianapolis ends up winning it. But I'm going with the Chargers to win it because that's what I see happening. Next, we've got Green Bay versus the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are pretty beat up. I mean, even when they weren't beat up, they would still do dumb things. And Green Bay, I mean, they're not the most reliable team either because they're up and down, don't really want to figure out who they are at times, but they are better than the Cardinals, so they should definitely pull this game out tomorrow. Next, we have my Cowboys versus the Commanders. And yes, people might be saying, Tess, the Cowboys just lost to the Carolina Panthers last week. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders they've been running through people, and they seem like the much better team. Why would you go and pick the Cowboys? Because that's what you do. You always ride with the boys. I know. Yes, you might be saying I'm going with my heart. I am. But also, I just believe that we are a better team than we've been able to showcase a lot of these weeks. People have seen it though. And it's not, I tell people it's always just something that goes wrong with the Cowboys. Like we can never really fire on all cylinders, whether it be the defense is messed up, the offense, special teams, whether coaching's just not doing what it needs to do. But all that said, the Commanders are still kind of beat up a little bit as well too. They're coming off of a bunch of different injuries, and new people are injured. If I'm not mistaken, I saw earlier that Debo is actually out for this game, so that may help out a little bit. But I just believe that we are going to be able to put together a better game than they will tomorrow, and be able to pull this out. Because even if it comes down to where it's a shootout, like I believe that we should be able to win in that shootout. Like, hey, this is all irrational. This is definitely coming from the heart. Like, I mean, if they beat the shit out of the Cowboys tomorrow, yet again, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me because that be happening. The Cowboys be doing that shit, and the Commanders are much better team. I don't want to say much better, but they're a better team than us. Like, well, at least like with no, they're better. I don't even want to go to whatever. Let this game happen, and then I'll either talk my shit tomorrow or I will, you know, say boy, they're a better team, all that bullshit, do my cop outs, whatever. We'll get to that. I don't want to get too in my feelings about the Cowboys today because I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good day. Let's keep it good. And finally, to end off the Sunday games, we have the Sunday night game between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco, they're another one of those beat up teams. I mean, we're in week 7, guys. Like, nobody's going to be healthy at this point. Nobody's going to finish the season healthy. People are just going to finish the season not as beat up as other people. So the Falcons are coming off a really good win from last week on Monday night. So they're looking well. They're looking to honestly continue with that momentum to beat a division, not a division, but beat a conference opponent who would help out with that. And like a team like, hey, 49ers got a good record. So like they're a good team, at least record wise. And not even just record wise, they're a good team, actually. They're just beat up in a lot of ways. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? So they don't look as good as they could look, and they still have a good record. So this will be another good win for the Falcons if they can pull it out, which I believe they will be able to do. So that brings us to the end of everything, guys. It's going to be another good week. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I do well on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Like my Sunday picks are usually good. It's the prime time. It's usually Thursday and Monday games that I be getting them shit wrong. But hey, look, we not worried about that. We talk about Sunday right now. Don't be worried about all that negativity. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the good things. Let's do that. But should be a good slate of games, guys. Hope you enjoy it. I know I'll be watching on Red Zone, taking it all in, watching for my fantasy football purposes as well. My teams are doing pretty up and down, honestly. There's one team doing really well, another team doing okay, and then 2 teams doing pretty shittily. So, but hey, it's a long season, and we can turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter where you start, matters where you finish. You know what I'm saying, and how you finish. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy the games. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Peace.